Hello, it's been a while. I look different, I know. It's literally just because I haven't had time to cut my bangs and I don't want to do it. I'm actually getting my hair cut tomorrow, March 1st, and I am filming this video really late. And as many excuses as I can give, I felt like it was only fair that I should still do it regardless, even if I post it not in February anymore. However, this video will be February themed about what has been happening in the last month and what are some lessons that I feel like I learned, some questions that I feel like I've raised, and just some insight. So if I were you, I would get a little snack, maybe a drink, and we can talk about what has been happening. Imagine this is like a FaceTime call, or even a podcast, but it's not, it's just a video, I actually wrote some things down, so I would have some points to talk about rather than a script. I feel like last video I actually did like a full-on script, but I am looking for the style that I like the most. I feel like I have an idea, it's just bringing it to life, which is like the hard part, if that makes sense. This is something I've always wanted to do. I feel like just now I feel like I have the courage to do it. So let's start with the fact that I fell in love. Yeah, I recently fell in love. I've met them twice before. I met them back in 2021 and it was like love at first sight. I actually just thought of it as somebody that was way out of my league, and I only saw them then and I thought like, oh, maybe that was it. Maybe it was just something like from the moment, not something I could build upon. But then I saw them again in January, right? But I felt like at least this time I was like, wait, I actually love this. And I don't know if they like me back. But I've made the decision to chase after. And before you go on and women shouldn't chase, I'll tell you the name of the guy. The guy's name is Mr. York. Mr. New York. I got you. Yeah, it's not an actual person. It's a place. But I really, really want to go and live there. How? I don't know. Will I be able to? Hopefully. But I really, really want to. Hopefully, this is something that I'll be able to manifest. So I'm putting it out there. Maybe you guys can see if it happens for me, it can literally happen to you too. On the other side, if we were to actually talk about relationships, because February, it's a month of love, as so many call it. I personally see it as a month of taxes, but we'll play along. This February was really, really unique to me, I feel like, compared to others in my life, in my 24 years of life, because this is the first time that I felt alone. And even though I know I'm not truly alone, because I thankfully have people who do care about me, I felt really, really lonely this past month. I compared it a lot to my February from last year, and I might have been in a better place mentally last year. I'm at a better place technically, like objectively in my life, but when it comes to relationships and friendships, and I feel like a lot of people do talk about this when it comes to growing up, about losing friendships, losing situationships, and so forth. So it's kind of weird to look back and be like, wow, a year ago on Valentine's Day, I was with somebody and I also had a best friend, And now I'm in a point where I'm having neither. I have a lot of good friends, don't get me wrong. It's not that I lost everybody I know, but it's more I lost, I guess, this somewhat comfort zone that I've had. And it's definitely really interesting to grow from that and realize like that so many things can change in a year, really. Things that I thought I was sure of a year ago, last February, I feel like this February it's been like completely different. So I guess like that in itself is a lesson. And although I know this is nothing new, this is nothing that nobody has ever said before, it's more something for myself. And I hope that maybe you could like not relate, because I don't wish bad upon you, but I'm not saying I've had the worst. I'm not saying that either, but it's more like I guess that feeling of realization of how much things change over time and that you can't control them. And I feel like that's the main thing that I've always struggled with, is trying to control the change that happens around me, whether it's a good change or a bad change. I always want to feel like it's happening because of me. However, this time it was like just things that I guess like were gonna happen either way. And I'm 24 and I have never been in a relationship, and I'm not saying it in a way of like, oh poor me, or oh that's weird. It's just something that sometimes I can relate to when it comes to my peers and stuff, because from being like from when I was young, I didn't necessarily put so much emphasis on the dating side of my life because I always wanted to focus on other areas of my life. But now I guess that I'm older, I kind of did give dating a try, and it has been such a underwhelming ride. I kind of realized that I don't like dating where I live, and I want to go somewhere else. And not for dating, but it's more like it didn't make sense to date in a place that I don't like living, if that makes sense. I don't want this to be misunderstood as in I hate where I live. I don't completely hate where I live, but like I said in the past video, it's just I just feel like I've outgrown where I live. I kind of want more, and who knows, maybe later I come back, maybe I'm just not aware of the greatness of where I live, but I do find myself always seeking more. So I find it kind of like redundant dating where I live. Even so, I did try dating. I would say like for maybe 2 to 3 years I tried it. It didn't go well. It could be for many reasons. It's not that as a 24 I feel like I'm late. It's something that I notice some people need to live, and I find that really amusing because it is a want for me. Like I would love to, but it's not something that I feel like I need to live happily, if that makes sense. This video won't be really long, honestly, because I don't have like a vlog of certain event that happened. Literally, this is just me recapping the last month because it was a short month. January felt eternal. February felt quick. And I know it's because it's only 28 days. I'm filming this on the 28th, but it still felt really, really quick, at least for me. I'm excited for what the future has for me and what I'm giving to the future, if that makes sense. So I worked on a lot of self-discovery and self-love for the self-esteem. I also started going to the gym like consistently, and I'm excited for that. I know that's always good to take care of your health that way. So I fell in love with Mr. York. I'm 24. I've never had a relationship before. That rhymed. I'm learning self-love. Yeah, that's it. I hope it was entertaining in some way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you like. Comment down below. If you have any thoughts, I'll reply to them. And I'll see you next time for the March video.